morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. This is Joey Pinkney coming at you once again. No, this is not a coffee talk. It's just me driving around, about to go run a couple of errands, doing a couple things. Just want to holler at y'all real quick, seeing how everything is going, how y'all doing and stuff. Let's see, what do I have going on? I got a couple of interviews that I've found from my past that I'm gonna put up on joeyspen.com. Let's see, I don't even know if y'all can hear me right now. If you can, cool. If you can't, I won't be using this video, but it's a good test anyway. So I got two interviews, one from Tiffany Flowers. I believe I interviewed her for the joeypinkney.com 5 minutes 5 questions with author interview series, but she's also interviewed me for a website that's now defunct. It's called Onyx Links, or it was called that, and I can't remember how I came across the interview, so I'm going to be putting that up. Why, I don't know. And then let's see, another thing I'm going to be putting up is an interview for Nefertiti Moran. She interviewed me for her Literary Links author interview series a while back, and so probably gonna post that first, but it's got stuff to do with Cardinal Rule, so I'll probably end up putting that up on the site first and then letting the other one go live later. Hopefully y'all can still hear me over all the car noises and the wind noises and stuff like that. Like I said, if not, I'll just cut that stuff out and probably not use this video at all, but it's actually pretty cool. Be on the move, run a couple errands, and also knock some video time out with you. I think I could roll this window up, get some better sound quality. You know, I don't know, we'll see. It's all like I said, it's all work in progress, all it says. So that interview, those two interviews, I still got to put together this giveaway for children in the City of the Fallen Towers. Look forward to doing that. This isn't a coffee talk, but I did have a cup of coffee this morning, so feeling good, feeling caffeinated. Part of what I'm going to do is actually feed this caffeination while I'm out and about. Try to figure out what the healthiest fast food option is and go with that. Let's see what else I got coming up besides being hot in this car. Just being in some air conditioning. Oh yeah, I got some, let's see what else I got. Working on this author's note still. No, it's been taking me a while to get that done. I'm just, at this point, I just have to say I'm just slow about this, so had to speed up the process so I can get these other projects out, right? Yes and yes and yes. So I'm gonna see what I got is in terms of video footage, and see if I want to work with it or not. Maybe yes, maybe no. I'll let you know. Actually, I guess you would know if you see it, and if you don't see it, then it doesn't matter to you one way or another, right? Son of them. Driving around feeling like a cash cab, like, yeah, in this episode of Cash Cab, we have, what do we have in the back seat? Dirty laundry. So I'm driving around, like I said, I'm running errands and stuff, and lo and behold, passed by some people standing outside holding signs saying that Hastings is going out of business. So they probably got some good books up in there for me to eat up. So I'll let y'all know about that if I end up going up in there. All right, so I made it in here. Some of the used books are like 80 to 90% off. The new books are 60% off. I'm trying to find the books about like writing and psychology and stuff like that, and I will keep you posted. Alright, so here we are in Hastings. It's going out of sale. Looking for some books on writing. Couldn't really find too many. It's a bunch of novels, some good non-fiction books. Excuse me. So I got the used books for 80% off. Got a couple of books. I'm trying to find this one book. I had this one book in my hand, and I put it down with my stack, and I lost it. Keep you updated. Walking around the record section, I'm like, wow. Do y'all remember Body Count from back in the day with Ice-T? Who would have thunk? All right. So I made it out of Hastings. Got a couple of books. I'm gonna do something like a book haul right now and show you guys what I got. Then I'm gonna tell y'all about the huge deal that I got on these books. So got 5 books. End up spending $5.79. So I got 5 books for less than $6, so a little bit over $1 a book. So the first book I got is Fairy Tale Blackout Games. 100 beloved children's stories plus 1 blackout marker equals an enchanting poetic challenge. So basically what you're supposed to do is you take some, this book has some well-known children's stories in it, like Rapunzel. Let's see what else we got up in here. It's got some of the children's stories that we know and love, and basically what you're supposed to do is take the instructions at the beginning of the story. Like I saw one that said, make a story out by blacking out all of the words in this story except for the ones that begin with A, B, or C. And so you're supposed to try to like make a story out of the word orders and the words that you have available in whatever story that they present to you. So I might do a couple of these and do a video and just show you what happens. See, it might be a little something fun. Let's see. Next book, Making Money with Your Computer at Home. The inside information you need to know to select and operate a full-time, part-time, or add-on business that's right for you. The reason why I got this kind of no-brainer, you know, I do a lot of work from home. Well, I do work from home, period. And these might, you know, this book might have some insightful business ideas that I might be able to either add on to what I'm already doing or just start a whole new business. Thought it'd be pretty interesting, and a little bit over $1 for this one, so you know, it's not that bad of a purchase. Let's see when the book came out in '93, the year I graduated high school. So yeah, it's outdated, but then good business practices and good business ideas never go out of style. Information is information, so I'll make something out of that. All right, so the next book I have is another nonfiction title, Take 5 Ingredients. And so it has, this is a cookbook. Let me see how many ingredients, how many recipes are in here. Take 5 ingredients, 95 delicious dishes using just 5 ingredients. So you know that's gonna be pretty hot. I mean, considering that this it's gonna start cooling off in the next couple of months, and that soup looked real good on there. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna try this. And it looks like the 5 ingredients are vegetable stock, carrots, peas, onions, and parsley. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I might have said 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I guess the vegetable stock didn't count as an ingredient. But so we got carrots, onions, parsley, and some type of bean or peas. I figured that'd be a pretty interesting project, you know, to make these, and also make them have nice simple meals and with easy ingredients. And while I'm looking through, there's some pretty cool pictures in here. Like I'm just passed by some scrumptious looking look at that, can't beat that. That looks delicious. Let's see, what else did I see in here? Look at that. Look at that. Can't beat that. So that's pretty good. So that's Take 5 ingredients. So I figure I'll try to make some of these recipes and learn how to cook better using simple ingredients and stuff like that. It's something I already do, so you know, kind of goes along with it. So the next book number 4 is Persuasive Presentations: How to Get the Response You Need by Nick Souter. Bought this book because I do presentations a lot, and this will help me hone some of my skills, and you know, probably give me some good information. Like I said, the information, knowledge is key. Actually, I guess the key is the application of knowledge, but this will actually give me some good information to use as I create new products and make presentations and write books and stuff like that. And it comes with a CD, brand new. Can't beat that. And last but not least, number 5, Zane Presents. So that caught my eye right there, a Zane hardback book. Make It Last Forever by Keith Sweat himself. How could I pass up a Keith Sweat book? I mean, how could I pass up a Keith Sweat book? And if you look at it, hardcover, brand new, 24 bucks on the price. I think I got it for $1. I think $1. I think this was $1. So these 5 books: Keep Sweat, Make It Last Forever, Persuasive Presentations, Take 5 Ingredients, Making Money with Your Computer at Home, way back from 1993 when computers were the size of rooms, and Fairy Tales Blackout Games. Try that out. So those 5 books came out to be suggested retail price 86 bucks. I got it for $5.79. You can't beat that, right? Love it. So, you know, be on the book hunt. Can't wait to dig into those books, read them. Well, you know where they're going, straight on that bookshelf. So hopefully I do get around to reading them, picking their brains, and, you know, getting something out of them. But even if I don't, I got some good bookshelf candy, don't I? Anyway, so that's it for this segment. I'll probably record some more stuff a little bit later. Keep you posted. Yeah, so when I went up in there initially, what I was trying to do, what I wanted to see was, were there any books that were specifically about like writing or business or psychology? I like those type books. I kept seeing these orange covers. I was hoping I could get me a discounted copy of 48 Laws of Power, but it wasn't in there. I think that particular publisher has figured out that orange and blue works well, because I saw a couple of books that had orange and blue on their spine, kind of like the 48 Laws of Power. And they were from the same publisher. I can't remember what publisher it was. Also, man, it was a small book in there about a different way of thinking about situations that I wanted to bring with me, because it was 80% off of used books, and that book was $1.49. So that book's probably gonna end up being like a nickel or something, maybe, I don't know, less than a quarter. But in the process of going through each and every aisle, I ended up putting it down. And since it was so small, when I picked my stack of books up, I didn't even realize. And then when I was pricing it, and the next thing you know, I was like, man, where's that little book at? And I walked around, couldn't find it anywhere. So that's a loss. I can't cry over spilled milk, because I ain't even spilled the milk. So that's that. Didn't really find any books on writing in there, so they probably got plundered, or Hastings doesn't have a section. But like I said earlier, I saw these people standing out at the street, talking about 80 to 90% off, going out of business sale in Hastings. So had to go on, hop up in there and see what kind of books I can get. There's a whole bunch of stuff in there too, like comic books, albums, like I showed you, electronics and stuff like that. But really, I was in there, you know, for the good stuff, you know, for that brain food. Yeah, so. Alright, man, I know I bid farewell to summer and hello to fall, but the thing about this Tennessee weather is it stays fall pretty much. It stays summer pretty much for the rest of September, probably all the way into like the 3rd or 4th week of October. So it's still pretty hot here, still in the 90s, still very humid. I'm in the geographical center of Tennessee, Murfreesboro, Tennessee. So we still got Tennessee weather. It reminds me a lot of the Memphis weather that I was born and raised in. So it's like hot most of the year. It has this little rainy season, like in the beginning of summer, in the spring, and then gets real cold. Maybe get some snow. Past couple years, we've been getting a little bit of snow, a little bit of ice, but for the most part, it's been extremely mild. At the most 3 inches. But that summertime is something to deal with. So go to Sonic, you know, you get the half off the frozen drinks. And so Nicky Mo P done put me on to lemon slushies with extra lemon. So that's what I'm having right now. I'm having a little chicken sandwich and get these clothes done. But yeah, man, it's hot. It's starting to sweat, it's starting to melt. Chocolate starting to come out of my pores. People wondering what I'm doing, sitting in the parking lot talking to myself. Sometimes I wonder the same thing. Just kidding. I know why I talk to myself. And see you at the next segment. Killing this little chicken burger. First bite. and I ate all of that at one time. Must have been hungry. You know, sometimes I try to be polite and stuff. Try to be chipper. Come to Sunday, buy a meal. Come out to be $7. I know how it is working here. Well, not saying it's bad, but no, I'm not even saying it's bad. No buts. But I also know that you come out, it's hot, and people don't tip. So I tip, right? Notice I just paid for napkins, but as I'm eating, looking notice I didn't have any napkins. Press the button again, and I was like, yo, you know, I didn't say yo, I was like, can somebody bring me some napkins when somebody's in this area, right? And you know how it is, you don't try to find fault in every single thing, but I kind of felt like she just tossed the napkins in my hand, you know, but hey. You just say cool, calm, collect. I got some other stuff to do, so I ain't got time to be raising any quote unquote cane. But you ever been in that situation where you kind of feel like you got slighted, but then it's not really worth it to actually defend your honor? I guess the question is, oh, you should defend your honor at all times. Yeah, give me my napkins, I can wipe my face and get up out of here, basically. You know how that works, right? Alright, so I'm finished eating, finished going through Hastings, seeing what kind of books they have. Now I'm in the laundromat, doing what we do in laundromats. So this thing off a little bit. Let me try to see if I can get it level. There we go. Still doesn't look level, but yeah, so we've been here doing what we're doing, you know, washing clothes, and about to start working on this author's notes and some other stuff. And just got a PayPal alert, so that's always good. Let me see what's going on with that. Hopefully it's money coming in, not money going out. You know how that works. Probably need to get some more coffee. We've been doing Cafe Bustelo. My Nikki Mo P, that's what she likes. So, you know, I like it too. It's a pretty good brand. You know what I'm saying? My mom does Folgers, so that's what kind of like what I do, you know, based on her habits. So, you know, it's good. Yeah, so just thought about it. Today is Sunday, so everybody's doing church and football. I'm doing books and washing clothes, you know, something that's, yeah, I guess it's not as eventful as some of these other people, but hey, you know what, now that I think about it, you know, washing clothes is washing and folding clothes to me is, in some sense, it's therapeutic. I was reading some article that was talking about how authors find mental balance in doing chores and stuff like that, or doing like physical activities with their hand and processes and stuff like that to kind of get them out of the mental drain that happens when you're trying to put together a story. You know, the creative juices flowing can get you pretty tired mentally, and so doing stuff like washing and drying dishes and organizing clothes is supposed to kind of break up some of the monotony and feed into I don't know what it feeds into, but it does sound pretty interesting. And I do like the process of, you know, I guess one way to say that I have a love-hate relationship with chores, especially like washing clothes and washing dishes. Like, I really don't like washing dishes, but I end up washing dishes because of the process. Same for clothes. I mean, I can't really say that I just look forward to all the clothes getting dirty so I can wash them, but I do like washing and drying and folding and putting the clothes up. Why? I don't know, it's just part of the process. I like the start, beginning, and end of it. And yeah, I think it's similar to like writing stories, where the process of coming up with the creativity, putting it together in some type of tangible form, and then you have to edit it. And I guess coming to the laundromat and washing your clothes is kind of like editing all the mistakes out of your story, so you can let your readers wear your used underwear. Alright, just kidding. That was about as random as doing laundry on a Sunday in the middle of the day. Anyway, gotta start remembering to put my camera on. I'm doing this all on the iPhone, by the way, so I gotta remember to put the iPhone on airplane mode so I don't get all these alerts and phone calls and stuff. Not that I don't want the phone calls, it's just kind of getting the flow of the video. You know how that works. Anyway, so some other stuff I got going on is got this author's note, like I was telling you earlier when I was driving, that I'm just at this point just being slow, trying to get that stuff done. I got the rollout for The Legend of Tanisha Biggers. It's going to be a little bit more complex this time because I'm going to put the ebook out by itself, but then I'm going to actually do a paper version with bonus material in it. So the bonus material is going to be the 2 short stories that are related to The Legend of Tanisha Biggers. So you're going to have Swiggers, a short story in there, and then you're also going to have Cardinal Rule, because all 3 of those stories are roughly based in the same world with the same characters. So I'm going to make I don't know what to call it yet. I know it's a specific title for it. I just got to do the research to find out what it is, but I'm going to do it like a bonus ebook, or like it's not really a box set, but an ebook that has those 3 stories in it, and also The Legend of Tanisha Biggers separately, like Cardinal Rule and Swiggers separately, and then just have them all bundled together and do a physical book with the bundle also. So looking forward to that. I know it's going to be easy to say and hard to actually pull off, tedious and tiring, but it's gonna, I think it's gonna do me some good in the long run. Also, one thing I'm thinking about doing, one thing I think that this book will afford me the opportunity to do is I want to start getting in contact with some of my author friends online that actually have bookstores, like you know what, I don't even want to name them because I can only think of one off the top of my head, and I wanted to say more than one. But you know, I'm gonna start seeing if I can get those books, you know, the copies of that particular book with the bonus stories in it, in some of these black bookstores or some of these independent bookstores. It don't necessarily be a black bookstore, but definitely want to support black business and black literature by you know, seeing if I can get up in there and see if we can start making some sales and spreading the knowledge about Joey Pinkney as an author. So you know, yeah, that's just some random thoughts. Sorry about the underwear comment if it offended anybody. Actually, I'm not sorry. It's just a joke. But yeah. So that's what it is, and I'll catch you in the next segment. Yeah, this one I'm just experimenting with stuff. I got this tripod with magnetic feet on it, so it's hanging on some crossbar where you fold clothes and stuff. Actually, it's pretty cool. See, I can still kind of talk to you without you seeing the actual article of clothes that I'm folding. So you can't beat that. I don't know what I'm doing with this. I'm just kind of playing around with the whole thing and just checking y'all out. Let's see. Got about 3 more minutes on these clothes. I let them all drop for 40 minutes. Normally, you know how it is, man. You be trying to dry these clothes, man, and it's like the dryer don't ever dry everything. And you always got that one wet sock that some kind of way makes it home. Actually, not even wet. It's like humid. It's like that one sweating sock or something, right? Speaking of chocolate, I haven't had any today, and I'm looking forward to upping my quota, because you remember I was talking about that PayPal alert. It was actually a little influx, so might have to get a bar of that almond, that chocolate and almonds. You know how that go. I don't even know if you guys can hear me. It's all this noise from washing machines and dryers and stuff. Anyway, let's see. I will hit you back in a moment. I don't know why I'm all like this. I'm like, yeah. Anyway, let me stop playing with y'all. I'll be back in a moment. Bam! So I got the thing back up. So, I hate that I didn't bring my headphones in here. I like to listen to music or podcasts while I'm folding clothes. And speaking of headphones, what do y'all think about the iPhone going with the no headphone jack? I don't know. I kind of got mixed feelings about it. And the reason why I have mixed feelings about it is because I read this article. I think it was a Dig article that was talking about how the 3.5 millimeter headphone jack is actually, let's see if I can get this going up some more. The 3.5mm headphone jack. It's not working. There we go. Yeah, there we go. So the 3.5mm headphone jack is actually technology that is over 150 years old. That's like what, 3 generations of people? That thing has outlasted probably phonographs and wax. It's outlasted cassettes. What was before cassettes? Can't even think what was before cassettes. It's outlasted cassettes. It's outlasted CDs. It's about to outlast. Well, no, actually I was about to say it's about to outlast the MP3, but the MP3 didn't get devoured by this 150-year-old technology. But isn't it interesting that particular piece of technology that is pervasive and almost everywhere has been around 150 years? And I started thinking about, like, what is this going to do for other cell phone companies? I'm not cell phone companies, but cell phone manufacturers, because you know it's like a bandwagon industry. So as soon as one of these manufacturers does something different, people gripe about it, and then eventually other manufacturers come out with their version of that same technology, or lack thereof, in this case with the Bluetooth headphone only option. I don't know, man. I think it's probably going to be like a wave of the future. I mean, when you think about how wireless everything is nowadays, even down to, you remember when the Kindle first came out, and it was like it had a 3G service, so you can actually connect it to Amazon servers without having an actual data plan or anything. So everything's kind of wireless, so it kind of makes sense. But to be honest with you, I'm not really looking forward to not being able to have the option to have that headphone. I ain't really feeling it, but I got the iPhone 6s, and I love it. I'm cool with it. But I'm really looking forward to getting my hands on this 7, but I'm not going to get it just yet. I'm going to make this iPhone I currently have make a little bit more money, pay for itself, probably even pay for the iPhone 7 before I get it. But I do want it because it's a high commodity. I mean, I like the design. I just like Apple. You know, I've worked in the cell phone store, and I've seen both worlds, Apple and Android, and I've also seen some of the other contenders out there. And from what I've seen from customers coming into the store, people gripe about every single phone they have. So people love Android, hate Apple. People love Apple, hate Android. Me, I don't care about either one of them. I just happen to like iPhones, and I like the ease of use. I like the ease of use of the app. So I'm an Apple person. All that people talk about Android and the customization capabilities of the Android, and I mean that's cool. That's cool, but the ease of use for the iPhone, I put it to you like this. This is one reason why I really like Apple over Android. I've seen people that had no idea how to work with phones. It's not an earthquake going on right now. It's a spin cycle. I've seen some people that couldn't coming off of flip phones, and getting their first touchscreen phone. Seeing those people actually being able to get one of those phones, whether it's an Apple iPhone or an Android, whatever Android manufacturer there is, people were able to work the iPhone a lot quicker. You know, people get that Android in their hand. I'm not saying they couldn't work the Android. I'm just saying the iPhone's just simple to work with. But I don't know, man. Just one of those things. I don't care one way or another. But I do have to admit, I do like Apple, so I'm kind of roll with it. I can't wait to get my hands on this 7, see what that's talking about. But shoot, to be honest with you, this 6S doing me great. Anyway, when I think of something else to talk about while I'm out here folding clothes and stuff, I can show y'all one article of clothing that I'm not embarrassed to show y'all. Actually, not this one. I'll show y'all this one. Clean this out. Till next segment. Alright, so it is the end of the night. Well, actually not the end of the night, it's the beginning of the night. Evening just set down upon us. Thought I was going to be able to get these clothes washed, dried, and folded before the sun went down, but that's not the case. However, I hope you guys enjoyed the video segment that I provided today. Definitely subscribe to the channel. Definitely comment, like, let me know what you think, and until next we meet.